We really appreciate that. My name is Drew. I'm the operations manager of Fort Collins. This is Matt, and this is Reed. They're my project managers, and we're the Fort Collins team. And we have some support out of Lafayette that help us quite a bit. Marcy's on the call. Marcy and B, they're wonderful and back office support. So anyway, wanted to introduce ourselves. We have been in Lafayette for the last 12 or so years, working in this area. We have been servicing Fort Collins, but now we have a location. We are downtown in the Old America building next to Whiskey Stills. Happy to be there. I just want to tell you, we'll go through, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. We'll kind of tell you about ourselves individually, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Scott's Roofing and maybe give you some little points and tips to help educate you a little bit so you're not super bored. But my name's Drew. I've been here for about 5 years now. I've been in the roofing industry for 10 years and construction for 13 years. Originally from North Florida, or as we call it, Lower Alabama, just north of Destin over the Mid-Bay Bridge. So I was a military brat taken all over the country, Virginia, Oklahoma, and then we've always wanted to be in Colorado. My wife's family lives here, and we wanted to be close to them. So I sold a roofing company I had in Oklahoma, and we moved here to be closer to family. And then Scott hired me on to run the northern location. I have two young kids, a 6-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl. We participate in Fort Collins activities. I live over underneath the reservoir over by Maxwell. So yeah, we love Fort Collins. It's our home, and I'm happy to be in the community and be a part of it, and getting to know every one of you guys has been great, and we appreciate the support thus far. And so that's myself. I'll let Matt talk about himself a little bit.
Hi, I'm Matthew Glassford, and I just realized my posture is terrible. These guys are sitting up so perfectly, and I'm like sunk back in this couch. Let's hear. I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee. I've been in Colorado since 2001. Fell in love with it a long time ago. I am father to 3, husband to 1, project manager to many. I've been with Scott's for 4 years, and I've truly enjoyed cultivating the relationships with the surrounding communities, real estate agents, insurance agents, friends, families. I work primarily off referrals. So it's super exciting to come up north and get to kind of start this process again. I personally kind of like being the new kid on the block because I always feel like I have something to prove through honesty and integrity. I have never gotten a bad review, honestly. And any problem that has ever occurred, we always address with integrity and honesty. So that's a little bit about me. I'm just looking forward to kind of getting up north more often now that we have brick and mortar office going. I'm just excited. Reed.
Thank you, Matt. My name is Reed Costin. I'm originally from Tucson, Arizona. Met my wife about 10 years ago, which brought me out to Colorado. Been out here for about 9 years. A little bit about me. Father, 2 boys. I have 2 beautiful little boys. My wife's great. Kind of came into the roofing business based on coming out of restaurants. I was in the hospitality industry a lot of my life. Love taking care of people, love building relationships. When I came over to Scott's, it was kind of a natural transition, working with people, and plus learning a new trade, which was great. And I really enjoy the people I work with here. Matt's great, Drew, we're having a great time, and I'm really excited to get started up in Fort Collins and meet some more people up there.
Yeah, so we really care about our community a lot. It's important to us, and I just wanted to touch on how we operate. The roofing industry as a whole it leaves a bad taste in people's mouths, and being in a hail zone like we are, you have out-of-towners, you have people coming from different states, you have people coming from different parts of the state, that come in, they take your money, they do the job, they leave, you have no back end support. and they push you hard, and we just don't operate that way. We build relationships. We've done that now in Lafayette for, like I said, 12 years. Lafayette, Boulder, Erie, Longmont, Denver. We build relationships with people, and we continue that. And like Matt said, it's all referral based for us. We're busy with or without a storm because of the relationships we've built. We give honest inspections, free inspections when we go on the roof. We take pictures, we show you, say, hey, this is what we see. We're going to let you make that decision. We want to be here to support you. But we're not going to push anybody to do so. We really, truly care about the people in the community. And I don't want to see somebody at King Supers where I screwed up their roof and I'm not picking up my phone and they say, hey man, what's going on? Why'd you do that? But where I think, you guys know all about roofing companies. And I think it's hard. Roofing companies, like, okay, they're a roofer, they put your roof on, but we stand out a bit. And I'll tell you a little bit why. We model our business in a way that creates a sustainable future. And what I mean by that, I'll touch on a little bit. Matt will talk about it too, but we use Malarkey shingles. We're Malarkey Emerald Premium contractor, one of 13 in the state. We put on a lot of Malarkey roofs, and the reason why is Malarkey has committed themselves to sustainability, so we align ourselves with companies like that. We've diverted over 500,000 water bottles from the landfill and over 23 tons of tires based on using Malarkey shingles, because they upcycle materials in their shingles, and they also use carbon capturing technology as well. So an average roof about 30 squares is equivalent to planting 2 trees. Basically, it's long, boring formula, but capturing carbon out of the air at a rate of 2 trees. So we align ourselves with other partners that share that same vision that we do, and we're part of this state. We want to keep our mountains and our waters and our we want to keep everything pristine, and that's important to us. And so I'll let Matt talk a little bit about B Corp. It's a designation that we have, and he'll explain it to you.
Did you say my wife is watching this?
Yeah, she might be.
All right. Hi, babe. I hope I do a good job explaining B Corp, because it's new to us. This is the 3rd time that we've applied, and this year we finally achieved getting our B Corp tag. If you're familiar with B Corp, great. If you're not, I'm going to try not to nerd out about it, but we're really excited. This is a badge of integrity that was started a few years back by millennials. If you know, the millennial generation is the biggest generation ever. They're one of the highest consuming and will be one of the biggest purchasing generations ever. We joined B Corp this year with companies like Patagonia and New Belgium up in Fort Collins. To achieve the B Corp badge, you cannot purchase this. This is only obtained through financial accountability and openness. They factor in how you treat your employees, how you affect your environment, and financially how you give back to the community and environment that you're involved in. So that was huge for us. Quite the process applying for it, but now that we got it, it's awesome. We are the 2nd roofing company in the world to obtain this. The first roofing company is in Italy. So we're the only roofing company in the United States of America, Northern Hemisphere, Canada, all that fun stuff. So super cool there. Before I hand it over to Reed, I just wanted to touch base on, there's a lot of good roofing companies out there. We are not coming to Fort Collins to try to steal anybody's business. I like to always make ourselves available to just be a fresh set of eyes. Sometimes as you develop relationships with roofers, you can get taken advantage of. With the real estate market as crazy as it is, I know last year I was super busy just putting fresh eyes on realtors for inspection reports, people that are getting ready to buy, sell, what have you. It's just good for a fresh set of eyes. So I don't know, without beating a dead horse, ladies and gentlemen, Reed.
Thank you, Matt. Yeah, kind of touching on what Matt's saying. I feel like when we go out and we're talking to homeowners and realtors and property managers. A big part of what we're doing is we're educating them. We're not going on the roof and just, saying a bunch of stuff to them, like, you need this, you need this. We take pictures, we walk them through the process. We actually were in Laramie, Wyoming yesterday, and a gentleman was purchasing a house, and me and Drew went and inspected it. He got up on the roof with us, and we were showing him everything that we were noticing, what we were talking about, and he felt very involved. And I think that's important with our process in comparison to a lot of others. We're trying to educate people on what we do and show them what we do so that they understand more. And then when we sit down and we talk about what needs to be done, we're all on the same page. With that being said, I also have noticed when we go out and talk to people, they're happy that we are local in Fort Collins. A lot of roofers companies, they're based out of Denver, Boulder, and it's nice to have somebody in the community. Like Drew was saying, shop at the same grocery stores. Our kids go to the schools, and we're very accessible, and we do care about our community up in Fort Collins. Just a little boring fact, nothing too crazy, but one thing that Scott's does is we do offer a lifetime labor warranty. So, lifetime of the job that we did. Any issues in the future, you give us a call, we'll come out, we'll check it out, we'll inspect it, we'll fix whatever damage is done or whatever has happened. And also, which a lot of people don't know, with the shingle warranties, whatever warranty they purchase on the shingle, you can transfer it one time with the sale of the house. So what we'll do is, we'll talk to the homeowner, the real estate agent, and, walk them through that process as well, to try to make it as easy as possible. Sorry.
Hey, I just want to touch on that. Typically what you see with roofing companies is 2 to 5 years. Any full replacement we do, you can call us 10 years down the road if something looks off, starts leaking, anything. We'll be out there within, as soon as humanly possible. We stand by what we do, and we want you to know that. And so that is just standard on every single contract we sign with our clients or our homeowners, is that lifetime labor warranty.
Yeah. And I think I just want to end on a couple of things. Nate in our breakout room kind of gave me some free advice, but you can kind of see, we talk about the relationships that we build, but you can see that in our Google reviews and our Nextdoor, our involvement with Nextdoor. I think we're on Thumbtack, Home Advisor. So we are, and of course, BBB as well, but you can see our involvement, our relationships, our referral sources, and what people say about us. You can check that out there. And then most of you may know just a couple little tidbits. So Fort Collins, as most of you know, is Class 4 shingles only now. Make sure on all your insurance policies that you have code and ordinance upgrades. Most of you do, and that's the feedback we've been getting from agents, is they do that now without asking. But make sure you have code and ordinances upgrade. Erie is Class 4 only as well. Lafayette just went that direction, and we were on the forefront. Our owner Gary was, for pushing that Class 4 changeover, and then he's also now working with Boulder to try to get that and keep shingles out of our landfills. Our landfills are filling up. So we just want to let you know that check out the code and ordinances on there. And I saw some in the chat. Sorry, I've got to lean forward. I was going to answer some questions here. Let's see. We do specialize in residential and commercial and metal. So we are certified for flat roofs, for TPO membrane, EPDM membrane. We're certified for GEICO coatings. We do metal roofing. We do PBR panels. We do standing seam. There's a lot of different seamed metal roofs we all do. Let's see, building ordinance or law with all we call what? Oh, Gwen. Yeah, Gwen. We know Gwen. Yeah, they do a great job. They have building ordinances on everything, so they do a really good job. Let's see, how do you prove your integrity during the sales process before you actually do the work? Or some focus on education.
Dinner table meetings. I honest to God, I want, one of my favorite things is through this process, this should never, ever be, I can see hail from your driveway. I've never been on your roof. Let me see your insurance paperwork and cut me a check. That's way off. We like to take our time, sit down with people at their dining room table. Well, this is obviously before COVID. A lot of Zoom meetings last year. We like to go line by line and really explain. I mean, if you haven't had to go through this before, a scope of loss from any insurance company can look like hieroglyphics. We like to kind of explain literally what we're looking at, what we need to supplement insurance for. We don't ask for any money up front. We ask that the first installment, and it's a part of our contract, we ask that the first installment is due the day that we show up to complete the job. So we really financially don't want anything from you until materials are ordered and I'm at your front door posting the permit with our employees and crew leaders about to do the install. I don't know if that helps answer the question.
And the reason we do that too is because a lot of suppliers, a lot of contractors will collect the checks up front, don't pay their suppliers, and then the suppliers can put a lien on the home. That first check goes to pay the supplier for lien release for your home. So make sure that there's nothing that gets held up on that job. The qualities and promises they make are exactly what we touched on. Okay. Yeah, cool, Gwen. So if anybody, sorry to get right in your face. Yeah, no, cool. I'm glad to see you guys like the B Corp. It's, it's when we talk about it, some people are like, I have no clue what that is. And, lately we've been getting calls from like, hey, we saw your B Corp. That's awesome. We know what that means and we know what you stand for. So no, it's, we really like the B Corp designation. It was hard to get and we've got it. And yeah, we're going to keep pushing forward with that. So you guys have any more questions at all for us? I think that's about it. And
we do have one question from Nate. He messaged me directly, so you didn't actually get to see it in the chat. And I love how he worded it. So Nate with Foothills Gateway is wondering if you work with drone people. That's how he worded it. So do you work with drone people to get the overview of the roof or anything like that? Nate, do you want to expand on that at all, buddy?
Yeah, it's just for insurance. The people that do insurance, a lot of times they have connections with those folks so they don't have to actually get on the roof. And so for some of these harder roofs and these big houses, like some of the inclines are very difficult. So I didn't know if you had a drone pilot that you worked with or something like, because we got several that are, okay, go on. Sure.
Yeah, sorry. We have two people in our office, me being one of them, the other one being JR, that hold drone licenses. And we have two drones. We have one here in Lafayette and have one in Fort Collins. So that's something we're very familiar with and love really getting. I mean, we're all OCD, so pretty much from inspection to completion, when it passes final inspection with the city, we'll have anywhere in between 150 to 350 photos. Not only for your records, but for ours and insurances. So the drones take really beautiful pictures of perfectly, torn off roof down to the decking all the way to completion. So yes.
Yeah. And another point off of that is that we had contracted an ex-OSHA official to write up a safety plan for our company. And we do not take that lightly. Everybody on your house always will be harnessed in, and a project manager will be on site making sure everyone is safe. And that is not an option for our crews. They are all harnessed in. We follow all the OSHA regulations, and yeah, it's not. And we get where I was piggybacking that is we have pictures. We take pictures and make sure everybody's in harnesses. So those pictures show that we operate that way. Like I said, it's super important to us, and it is non-negotiable with our crews. So if anybody else got anything else, happy to answer.
Yeah, go ahead and throw it in the chat, guys, or just go ahead and shout it out if you have any questions. Nothing. All right, cool, guys. Well, we appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Oh, hang on. Someone just came in. Can we reach out to you guys if we have a small leak, or does it have to be huge? And that's from Nick with Tribal Media.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Everything.
We love Nick. Nick does all of our social media videos. So Nick's a wonderful guy too. I'll shout Nick out. He does a great job for us. But yeah, no, we do leaks. We'll do anything. We're happy to help. It does not have to be a big project for us.
Awesome. Thank you. Great question, Nick. Anything else, guys?
I think we're good.
We got it.
Wonderful. All right, guys. So hang on. You're not done yet. I got to remove you from this spotlight. So bear with me. Are we back on gallery view? Can everybody see each other's faces? All right, guys. The last thing we have to do is we got to give them those red carpet spirit fingers and give them a really big thank you. So thank you to Scott's Roofing. Appreciate it. And then thank you, Marcy, for putting in the contact. They also included a link to their website. So feel free to kind of check that out as well. That is in the chat box. We do have about 15 minutes left. So I wanted to kind of give some of our newbies an opportunity to introduce themselves if we have any on the call, or open it up to member announcements. I'm trying to see. I'm wondering if I don't think we have, well, Chris with Biz West. I know you've been on here a couple of times, but I don't think I've given you the opportunity to introduce yourself to everybody, have I?
No, not officially, but I'd be more than happy to talk.
Good. I'm putting you on the spot. Take it away, buddy.
All right. So thanks. So my name's Chris. I'm with Biz West, Chris Crutcher.